The next question, that is question number 3, it says, in which of the following situations does the list of numbers involved make an arithmetic progression and why? Okay. So it says in which of the following situations. Now what are situations, what kind of situations are they? They are practical situations, they are taken from the daily life. Okay, in daily life you will observe that there are some things in which you have arithmetic progression. Okay, it's very common, you will able to understand this question. So it says we need to determine in which of these practical situations there is an arithmetic progression, there is an involvement or a pattern of arithmetic progression, and if it is an arithmetic progression, why it is an arithmetic progression. You need to write this also, that why the particular situation is an arithmetic progression. So let us discuss the first part of question number 3. First part says the taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. Okay. So in day to day life you have observed, when you hire a taxi, the charges of taxi are such that they will tell you that they will charge a fixed amount of rupees for the first kilometer, and depending on the number of kilometers after that they will charge on per kilometer basis. This is very common in metro taxis, you will commonly observe this phenomena. So it says, question number 3, so the driver of the taxi will tell you that if you hire taxi for the first kilometer you need to pay rupees 15, and for every additional kilometer you need to pay according to rupees 8 per kilometer. What it says? For every additional kilometer you need to pay rupees 8 per kilometer. So if you hire a taxi and travel for only 1 kilometer, if you travel for 1 kilometer, how much you need to pay? You need to pay rupees 15, because he told you that for first kilometer he will charge rupees 15. Then let us take another case. If you hire a taxi and if you travel 2 kilometers, so how much amount you need to pay? So how much rent you need to pay? You need to pay rupees 15 for the first kilometer and then rupees 8 for the next kilometer, because it says after first kilometer it will charge 8 rupees per kilometer. So let us see a situation. I hire a taxi from this A point. If I travel to this B point, which is let us say 1 kilometer away from this A point, if I travel this much distance, which is 1 kilometer, I need to pay rupees 15 for this kilometer. Okay, so if I go from A to B, I need to pay rupees 15. After this, if I travel to C point, which is again 1 kilometer away from B point, so for this kilometer, for this distance, I need not pay rupees 15, I need to pay rupees 8 for this additional kilometer. Okay, and if I move to a point D, which is again 1 kilometer away from this point C, again for this additional kilometer, how much I need to pay? I need to again pay rupees 8 for this kilometer. Okay, so similarly if I move to a point T, I need to pay again 8 rupees for that kilometer. So what I can see is, if I travel 1 kilometer, for 1 kilometer of journey I need to pay rupees 15. For 2 kilometer of journey I need to pay rupees 15 plus 8. Okay, I need to pay rupees 15 plus 8. 8 is the charges for additional kilometer. If I travel 3 kilometer, I need to pay rupees 15 plus 8 plus 8. Okay, because for additional 1 kilometer 8 rupees will again be added to this amount. Okay, if I travel for 4 kilometer, what will happen? I need to pay rupees 15 plus 8 plus 8 and again plus 8. So overall I need to pay rupees 15 for 1 kilometer. I need to pay, this is 15 and this is 8, this is 23 for the second kilometer, and for the third kilometer this is 16 and 15, this will give you 31. So I need to pay 31 rupees. And if I travel for 4 kilometer, this is 8 3s are 24, 24 and 15 will give you 39. So I need to pay this much rupees. So now, can you observe this amount that I need to pay if I travel for different kilometers, and so on. This will continue if I travel for 5 kilometers, 6, 7, 8 up to infinity. So I can say that the amount that I need to pay will be in this arrangement, in this order: 23, then 31, then 39 and so on. Now, is this an arithmetic progression? क्या ये एक arithmetic progression है? हम इसे चेक कर सकते हैं. कैसे? हम ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हैं that from 15 to 23 it is 8 more, this 23 is 8 more than 15, this 31 is again 8 more than 23, this 39 is again 8 more than 31. So what you can see that the difference between two consecutive terms is constant. I can say yes, this is an arithmetic progression. Okay, so since difference between consecutive terms is constant, it implies it's an arithmetic progression. It is definitely an arithmetic progression. Okay. So the first case is an arithmetic progression. So it means if you travel by taxi, if you hire a taxi, you can very easily calculate how much amount you need to pay if you travel for 100 kilometer. If you, let us say, travel for 140 kilometer or 150 kilometers. Okay. And you can see that you can apply the concept of arithmetic progression also. Okay. So this is the first situation, the first case of question number 3. Let us move on to the second case. Second case of question number 3 says the amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Okay, so what it says is there is a cylinder in which air is filled and there is a pump. Okay, there is a vacuum pump which sucks air from the cylinder and throw out it in the environment. So if for every time if I switch on the pump, it will suck 1/4 of the air present in the cylinder. So if I say second question number 3, second part, if I say let x liters of air is initially present in cylinder. If I say that let x liters of air is initially present in cylinder. Now, so initially the air inside the cylinder is x liters. Now, if I switch on the pump, if I switch on the vacuum pump, it will suck 1/4 of the air present. If x is the air which is present and it sucks 1/4 air, so how much air will it suck out? It will suck x by 4 liters of air, because it will suck 1/4 of the air. So what I can say is, if pump is on, it will suck x by 4 liters of air. Okay, it will suck out x by 4 liters of air. So the amount of air sucked by this pump is x by 4 in the first time. First time में ये x by 4 air को suck कर लेगा. Now how much air is left inside the cylinder. You can see x is the initial amount and x by 4 liters is taken out by this vacuum pump, this pump. So how much air is left inside the cylinder? I can say x minus x by 4 liters of air is left. X minus x by 4, it is 3x by 4. So this much amount of air is now present inside the cylinder. Now if I switch on the vacuum pump again, then how much air will it going to suck out? It will suck 1/4 of this air. This is 3x by 4 air, and 1/4 of this, it means divided by 4 this. So in the first situation it sucks out x by 4. Now in the second situation it will suck 1/4 of 3x by 4. So 1/4 of 3x by 4 means 3x by 16. It will suck out 3x by 16 times of air from the cylinder. Now how much air now left will be left in the cylinder? 3x by 4 amount was initially present and 3x by 16 is taken out. So I can say in this cylinder, this is 16 and 4, you can take 16 as LCM, 4 and 16, this will give you 4, 4 3s are 12x and minus 3x, this will give you 9x by 16. So the amount present inside the cylinder is 9x by 16. 9x by 16 liters of air is now present inside the cylinder. Now again if I switch on this pump, it will take out 1/4 air of this volume because the amount of air left is 9x by 16. So if I take 9x, 1/4 of this 9x by 16, the amount of air that is taken out will be 9x upon 16 into 4, that is 64. Okay, because I will divide this value by 4. So this much air will be taken out. This much air will be taken out in the first case, then in second case, then in third case. And after every time if I switch on the pump, it will take 1/4 of the total air present inside it, and this series will go on. Now can I check whether this series is an arithmetic progression or not? Yes, it's very easy. Let us subtract the second term and the first term. Second term is 3x by 16, the first term is x by 4. So if you subtract it, it will give you 3x minus 4x upon 16. You can take LCM and this will become minus x upon 16. Okay, this will give you minus x upon 16. Now let us subtract third term and the second term. Third term is 9x upon 64 minus second term is 3x upon 16. So what will be the LCM? LCM will be 64 only. Okay, and in the numerator you will get 9x minus, now 16 4s are 64, so it will give you 12x. So you can see this is 9x minus 12x, which is 3x upon 64. Now is the difference between consecutive terms a constant? Is this difference a constant value? No. You can see this is minus x by 16, this is minus 3x by 64. It means the difference of next term and the previous term is not a constant value. So I cannot say that this arrangement is an arithmetic progression. So this is not an arithmetic progression. Okay. In this way you can answer the second part. So if a pump takes out 1/4 of the air every time it is switched on from a cylinder, the series, the list of numbers, the list of volumes taken out from the cylinder is not in arithmetic progression. यह एक arithmetic progression नहीं होगा. This will be a geometric progression, but this is not in our course, so we need not to discuss that concept. This is simply just you can understand is this series, this list of numbers, this arrangement is not an arithmetic progression. Rather it is a sequence. It has a pattern. It is a sequence, but it is not an arithmetic progression. It's a geometric progression. Okay, so this is the second part of question number 3. Then let us discuss the third part. Third part says the cost of digging a well after every meter of digging, when it costs rupees 150 for the first meter and rises by 50 rupees each time for each subsequent meter. Okay, so it says if you apply the cost of digging a well, okay, so if you hire some people to dig a well in your home, okay, so what it says that for digging the well they will charge 150 rupees initially for first meter. That is, if you want to have a well of 1 meter deep, of 1 meter depth, then you need to pay rupees 150. Now let us suppose if you want to have 2 meter deep well, so what they will say? They will say that for first 1 meter you need to pay rupees 50, and for every next meter you need to pay rupees 50 additional. So if I have a well of 1 meter, I need to pay rupees 150, and if I have a well of 2 meters, if I want a well of 2 meters, then I will need to pay rupees 150 for the first meter and then rupees 50 for the second meter. Okay, so let us discuss the third part of question number 3. If I have a well of 1 meter, I need to pay rupees 150. If I have a well of 2 meters, okay, if I want to have a well of 2 meters, I need to pay rupees 150 for first meter and then rupees 50 additional for the next additional meter. Then if I want to have a well of 3 meters, how much I need to pay? I need to pay rupees 150 for first meter, then I need to pay rupees 50 for second meter, then I need to pay rupees 50 for third meter. Okay, so this will be the breakup of this 3 meter well. Okay, then if I want to have a well of 4 meter, I need to pay 150 rupees for the first meter, that is fixed. If you want to have a well, you need to pay rupees 150 for the first meter, that is a fixed amount. After that, for second 1 meter, you need to pay rupees 50. For third 1 meter, again you need to pay rupees 50. And for fourth 1 meter also you need to pay rupees 50. So how much amount you need to pay if you have different depth of well? You need to pay rupees 150, then rupees 200, then rupees 250, then rupees 300 and so on. So for 1 meter 150, for 2 meter 200, for 3 meter 250, for 4 meter 300 and so on. So is this list of numbers, is this list of amounts that I need to pay to have a well is in an arithmetic progression? Can we check this? Yes, it's very easy. If you check, this 200 is 50 more than 150. If you check here also, you can find 250 is 50 more than 200, and if you check here also, you can see 300 is 50 more than 250. So what is the basic concept? You can see the difference between the consecutive terms is a constant value. So it means this list of numbers, this list of amounts is definitely in an arithmetic progression. So how will it going to help me? From this, from observing this sequence, from observing this pattern, I can very easily determine how much amount I need to pay if I want to have a well of, let us say, 153 meters or 147 meters or 198 meters or 206 meters. Okay, I need not every time write 50 50 50. I can just simply use this concept of arithmetic progression to determine how much amount I need to pay if I want to have a well of, let us say, 999 meters or 997 meters. Okay, otherwise it will be very cumbersome process. You need to calculate a lot. So this is how you can solve the third part. This is a practical situation you can see. Then the fourth part of question number 3. Okay, so question number 3, fourth part. Fourth part says the amount of money in the account every year when rupees 10,000 is deposited at compound interest at 8% per annum. Okay, so how much the amount of money in the account every year? So what it says that if you deposit 10,000 rupees in your account and the bank is paying you, let us say rupees 8% per annum compound interest. What is compound interest? It is interest on interest. इंटरेस्ट के ऊपर भी जो इंटरेस्ट मिलता है उसे हम कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट कहते हैं. ओके, सो इफ आई हैव, let us say in 2015, let us say in 2015 I have rupees 10,000 in my bank account. Okay, in 2015 let us say I have 10,000 rupees in my bank account. So if I keep this account, if I keep this balance of 10,000 in my account for 1 year, the bank will pay 8% interest on this amount. Okay, bank will pay me 8% of interest on this amount. So if I check my account in 2016, then how much money I will going to have? The bank will give me 8% interest on 10,000 rupees. So what will be the amount in my bank account? It will be 10,000 plus 8% of 10,000. What is 8% of 10,000? This is 10,000 plus 8 upon 100 into 10,000. So this will be 800 rupees. It means in my bank account, if I check in 2016, the amount in my bank account will be 10,000 plus 800 rupees. So it will be 10,800. Okay. And what is this 800 rupees? This 800 rupees is the interest, that bank has given me. Why bank is giving me this 8% interest? Because I am keeping my money in the bank for 1 year. For 1 long year, your 10,000 rupees is inside the bank. So bank can use that amount, bank can do anything with that amount, and because you are giving a permission to bank to use that amount, that's why bank is paying you an interest of rupees 800 on this amount. Okay, so if I keep my amount in bank, if I keep my 10,000 in bank for 1 year, I can get 800 rupees, I can earn 800 rupees more. So this is the amount in my bank account in 2016. Okay, now if I keep this money for 1 more year, if I keep this 10,800 rupees for 1 more year, bank will again pay me interest. Okay, now if I check in 2017, the bank will pay me interest on the amount that is kept in my account. So how much amount is there in my account? It is 10,800 rupees. So compound interest says that you will get interest on interest. It means I will get interest on this 10,000 rupees which I have deposited in 2015, plus I will get interest on this 800 rupees also, because this 800 rupees is my interest and it is inside my account. That's why bank will pay me interest on this 800 rupees also. It means this, in simple words I will say that bank will pay me 8% interest on this amount. That is the amount in my account. I have 10,800 rupees, so bank will pay me 8% on this amount. It means if I check in 2017, the amount in my bank account will be 10,800 plus 8% of 10,800. So what will be the amount? It will be 10,800 plus 8 into this, it will be 864 rupees. It will be 864 rupees. So it means the total amount that will be in my bank in 2017, it will be, this 2 will get added. So 10,000, this is 800, 800, 1600, and this is 1, this will be 11664. So this much amount will be present in my account if I keep my money in the same bank, in the same account for 1 more year. So what you can observe is, I have deposited 10,000 rupees, then I forgot about this 10,000. मुझे याद नहीं कि 10,000 मैंने रखे हैं, लेकिन मैंने इसमें रख दिए. and for 1 year I kept this money in the bank account. So bank paid me 800 rupees. Okay, I haven't taken a single penny from this amount. That's why bank paid me 800 rupees on this 10,000 rupees. After that, I have kept this money in 2016. I have checked that I have 10,800 rupees in my account in 2016. Then what I have done, I have kept this amount for 1 more year, that is for 2017. So this amount is kept in my account for 1 more year. So bank will pay me interest on this amount. And how much interest? 8%. So in 2007, I have this much amount in my bank account. So what you can see is, my money was initially 10,000, then it become 10,800, then it become 11,664, and then so on. It will go like this. Now, the amount present in my bank account is this. This is the list of amount. Can I check whether this amount is in arithmetic progression or not? Yes, you can check it. It's very easy. If you check the difference between this amount and this amount, that is interest on first year, you can see this 10,800 is 800 rupees more than the previous term. Then if you check 11,664, what you will observe, just subtract this 11,664 and 10,800. You can see this will become 864. Okay, it will become 864. Now, is this sequence, is this arrangement is in arithmetic progression? Can you see whether this is in arithmetic progression or not? No, this is not an arithmetic progression, because the difference between consecutive terms is not constant. First is 800, after that it becomes 864. So this difference is not constant, hence this is definitely not an arithmetic progression. Okay. In simple interest you will get arithmetic progression, in compound interest you will not get arithmetic progression. We will come to the simple interest also. We will discuss how the simple interest is forming an arithmetic progression when we solve the question based on this concept. Okay. So this is the solution for question number 3. You can see this question is a very logical question. It contains all the practical situations that you can face in your life. Okay. So first note this, then we will continue our discussion.